Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's Mandy, we're going to be diving into a really fun sub bag from Sparkle & Co. This is for the month of May and it is perfectly themed. It is a pool party theme, which is perfect for summer. So the first thing in here, the liquid for the month, it is a cuticle oil. It is unscented and it's a really nice formula. So here's the card here. It tells you everything that is in the bag, and on the back there is also a discount code, and then there's this really fun sticker, and then these paper nail art charms are like my favorite. So we're going to dive in today. We're going to do a set of medium almond. We're going to be using the jelly tips from Sparkle & Co. I love the length and the shape of these, and we are going to be using all dip liquids today. So we're going to start off with the lighter color, but this one is really fun. It is a temperature changer, and at first I wasn't too sure if I was going to love this one, but once I started dipping into it and then seeing it like come together with all of the other powders, I was like, okay, this is perfect. It's kind of like that vintage kind of like pool party kind of vibe. Once you see it paired with a blue color, it's really pretty. Plus it's a temperature change, and I've never seen anything like it. Real quick, look at that coverage. I'm already in love with the coverage of these powders. But the thermal change, it's very unique, and you're going to see it here in action in just a little bit. But I'm not going to spoil it, but stay tuned for that thermal change. But I'm admiring the coverage right here. So we're going to end up doing 2 coats of each color, and I'm just doing a very thin layer of the dip base, pulling it down onto the nail here, and then I will work that dip base all the way up. That's something I really try to focus on, is just making sure I'm up starting right below that cuticle line when I'm first applying the dip base, and then working that product up, because when you are making a press on, you want to make sure you're avoiding any of those liquids from seeping underneath that nail. And I love the Sparkle & Co. liquids. You see me using them a lot in my video because the viscosity is perfect if you are making press-ons, and everything that we are using in today's video can be found in that description box below. So another reason why I really love sharing the sub bags for you each month is that I feel like these powders are super beginner friendly. Plus, the best part is if you see any of these colors that we're using today and you really love them, you can sign up for the June subscription, and then you get a code each month on the back of that little postcard that kind of explains to you the theme and everything that is in the bag. You get a little code, so then you can shop previous sub bag colors, so then you're never missing out. So that is one of the main reasons why I really love sharing this bag with you, because you can still get these colors. A lot of times when you're showing sub bag videos, you're showing colors that people got, and then nobody can order those colors. So I really like that Sparkle & Co. has that option. I also have the lowest tier sub bag, so I get 4 powders, a liquid. I also get these swatch sticks as well. I do not show you the swatch sticks because the whole purpose is to have these colors kind of be a surprise if you didn't see the sneak peeks, and then you can really see these colors in action. But the swatch sticks are fantastic as well. So you can see here we are diving into this beautiful blue. It is very, very buildable. You will notice that if you're looking at the cupcake liner, you're like, ooh, it's kind of a little bit chunky. The only reason why it looks like that is these powders from Sparkle & Co. are cram packed in these jars. I don't know what kind of sorcery is happening over at Sparkle & Co., but the Sparkle & Co. fairies are giving you as much powder in these jars as possible, because when I'm pouring the powder back into the jars and I'm tapping that jar on my nail station, I still cannot get the rest of the powder in this cupcake liner in the jar. So it's pretty magical. You're getting a lot of product for what this bag is worth, in my opinion. Plus you get a liquid each month. I really like how they incorporated the cuticle oil. I've never tried the cuticle oil from Sparkle & Co. and I like it. It was very non-greasy. It was fast absorbing, and I can appreciate that there was no scent to that. So if you are sensitive to any smells or anything like that, this cuticle oil is going to be for you. Plus, it was in the same bottle as the liquids, which I love so much. I love the branding of Sparkle & Co. Like the bottles and like the labeling and the font. It's just very like nostalgic for me. All right, so you can see here, we are building up this gorgeous blue here. And this blue right here screams summer in my opinion. And I love it paired with the first color that we used. To me, it totally gave me like vintage pool vibes here. You can see here, the colors are spot on for this theme. So we're moving right along here to Poolside Princess, which is the perfect name for this color right here. It is beautiful. It's bright. It has like the right amount of brightness to it, but it's like not that like bright neon pink. It kind of has like a slight magenta to it, and the sparkle is really, really pretty. Sparkle & Co. has an array of beautiful colors. I don't know how they keep up with like so many beautiful colors. I'm always impressed to see the sub bags. I try to stay away from any sneak peeks. If you're on the Facebook group, they do drop sneak peeks of the sub bag. There's also another sub bag where you get even more powders. It's like the I Want It All bag, and you get like, I don't even know, like 6 to 8, maybe even 10 powders. It's pretty awesome. But the reason why I did not sign up for that one, because I felt like, okay, I like the lower tier because I'm still getting some really fun colors. And the best part is that if I see any colors that I did not get in the sub bag, I can always go back into the Sparkle & Co. shop and use that discount code and that secret code to purchase colors that I didn't get in the bag if there's like something like I was dying to have. So that is another option with this sub bag, is that just because you don't get like the huge bag, you can still get those colors when you get that little postcard and when it's time to shop like the secret menu, but very fun. And then you do get a discount code as well with your subscription, so you can shop a discounted rate for any product on the website, which is really awesome. I just feel like Sparkle & Co. is very beginner friendly. If you're looking to start dipping, the powders are super finely milled. They're very, very easy to use. Probably one of the easiest dip powders I have ever used. So that is why I consider it to be very beginner friendly. And the liquids are very thin. So naturally, since it's that thin consistency, and if you are focusing on doing those very thin, even layers, it's really going to help reduce bulk. So if you ever struggled with like filing and buffing, these liquids are definitely the way to go. And pick up some colors while you're on the way. So you don't necessarily need to sign up for the sub bag. There are tons of beautiful colors on the website that Sparkle & Co. has to offer, and they're always changing it up throughout the week. They're always adding new colors and different promos, so super fun. So right now I just cleaned off that brush with a little bit of brush saver, and we're going in with the last color here, which I love this one. It is called Aqua Babe, and this is also a thermal temperature changer, and it is so fun. It kind of screams mermaid, but it also reminds me, you're going to see it here when we dip, it kind of reminds me of like a pool and the sun kind of just like sparkling on the pool water. That is the vibe I'm getting with this color right here. And check out that coverage. The coverage is pretty magical in itself. I kind of debated if I was going to keep this nail right here just one coat, because I loved the coverage and I loved kind of like the etherealness it was pulling through. But we're going to do 2 coats so you can really see how this color is. So I'm just gently pressing everything down. You see that a lot in my videos. I make sure everything is laying super, super flat before we dust off, and then we go in with that second coat. So this is a temperature changer, and it kind of fades into a light pink, which is really beautiful. And then when it's cold, that color, the base color that you see here, like that beautiful aqua color, it gets a little bit darker, so it's really pretty. To me, like this right here is kind of like the ultimate summer pool party color. I mean, all these colors go so well together. And again, don't forget that first color that we used is also a thermal changer. So you're gonna see what color it is in just a little bit, and it's pretty magical. So hang tight for that. All right, so this is what we're working with here. We did 2 coats. This color right here is absolutely beautiful. It's like water glistening in the sun. Definitely amazing. So we're going to go ahead and dust off here, and then we're going to go ahead and clear encapsulate with the Sparkle & Co. clear. We're only going to encapsulate this nail right here. I felt like the glitter was a little bit on the not chunkier side because it's a very fine glitter, but I felt like I needed to protect those glitters just a little bit from the filing and buffing. So that is the only nail that I ended up doing a clear on, and I always dip in the clear and then tap away just to make sure I'm not cross-contaminating my clear powder here. And then I'm going to go ahead and press down, just make sure everything is keeping its shape. And now it's time to activate. So we're going to go ahead and activate this nail right here. It's a UV changer. I'm going to stick it in my lamp really quick. Check it out. Look at this color change. It is everything. It is black. It is so magical. that's going to be really fun when you dive into Halloween, kind of do like a really fun like pink like Halloween style mani. I just feel like that's going to be so fun. So for the activator, I always start with the lighter color first, my solids, then glitter. I ended up doing the filing and buffing off camera today just to save some time, and now that the filing and buffing is done, it was super easy. I barely had to do any filing and buffing. It was very minimal. I just cleaned up the shape a little bit, and now we're going in with another layer of activator, which is a very satisfying part of the set because you are almost done. You are almost crossing that finish line with the dip powder process. So we're going to go ahead and let this sit for about 45 seconds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use a lint-free wipe, and we're going to go ahead and remove any extra activator that may be lingering on those nails. That's a very important step to wipe off. That's also going to help your top coat from getting cross-contaminated or having like a hardened brush. So just make sure you are taking that time to use a lint-free wipe. You can also use a piece of paper towel to make sure you are rubbing off any extra activators. So now we're going in with the final step. We are using the top coat here from Sparkle & Co. And that first coat, you're just doing 3 to 4 quick swipes. You are making sure that you are just covering the nail. Do not go over the area that you just applied. You will go ahead and be more precise with your application on that second application. The first one is just to kind of just like prep it for that top coat. And then you will see here, I'm always wiping off the brush on the paper towel before sticking it back in the bottle. That's another way to practice not cross-contaminating your liquids. Always go ahead and wipe off on a paper towel. And then for that second coat, you could be more precise. Take your time with the application. Make sure it is completely covered and wipe off that brush, and you are good to go. So I finished the rest of the top coat off camera. And this set right here, it is so fun. It is screaming summer. I love the play of colors. I never would have thought of like grouping these colors together, and that's another thing that Sparkle & Co. creates these bags for you to kind of take the thinking out of it. And no matter what color combination, if you use all the colors, 2 of the colors, or even just one, you're gonna have a very fantastic mani, kind of like taking the thought out of it. The colors are gonna coincide so well together. So here's that UV change. It even looks fantastic with that dark nail. I love it. I don't know how they did that. That is pretty awesome to have like that like extreme light color and then turn it into such like that dark, perfect, almost like pure black. That is pretty awesome. So definitely some magical fairy dust going on over at Sparkle & Co. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. Again, if you loved any of these colors, definitely take advantage and sign up for that next sub bag, and then you can purchase the colors that you saw here. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.